Yo, Deuterino.
Yo, Debo.
Nothing prepared, ready to go live, brother?
That's the story of my life.
Yeah, that's the truth. I was overly taken by our conversation and I said, you know what? We could do it. It's a good conversation. And I'm going to bring G in on this one, too. G, if you're in the back there and you got your music button, go ahead and hit it. If you don't got your music button, I got you covered. So it doesn't... oh, he's got his music button. There it is. Welcome to the table, G. We were just, we were talking about our next show, and then talking about our next show, I was like, nah, man, we can go ahead and talk on this. We can go ahead and put some information on this. We were debating escorts, brothels, and I went ahead and threw in another one here for you, Tinder. Escorts.
It's not the same.
I understand, and that's why I want to
have Tinder in Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, how do you have Tinder in Vegas, but we don't have escorts in Vegas?
I think you old married gentlemen are confused as to what Tinder is.
Yes, it's my point. I feel like I know what Tinder is, but I mean, maybe it'll be explained to me in a different context. But the reason I'm putting these together is because they're not the same. Escorts, brothels, and Tinder, right? These are three different things. Yeah, G, I understand. It's confusing. I understand. If the same thing, if the same result comes of three, then how are they different? And some might say the price, but
I guess the price.
I mean, you're like saying kitchen pan cheeseburger.
It comes from more space.
They all kind of fit in the same sentence, but really one of them is different than the other two.
The cheeseburger's already prepared. So is Tinder's the one that's already prepared, or is that the escorts that are already prepared?
I'm saying you use a brothel, you use your kitchen to get an escort, your frying pan, or you can do it the old-fashioned way and go to Tinder, and you gotta actually build the cheeseburger.
I love how
actually put really the old-fashioned way.
Just to say the same thing.
Way for me is let me go out from the base. I got my money in my pocket.
Yeah.
Hey,
see what I got?
What are you standing on this corner for? Why are you standing on this corner?
He said, I got my money in my pocket. He said, hold up.
It's the oldest profession for a reason. But I'm saying Tinder has nothing to do legally.
There you go.
From a legal standpoint,
legally.
Tinder has nothing to do with prostitution.
All right, let's settle.
Tinder is a dating app.
Okay.
And it is where you meet people.
But that's what the ladies on the corners always say. Do you want a date, honey?
They're pretty.
But there's people on Tinder who are looking for like marriage and whatnot.
Oh,
say that statement again and mean it. Could you say that again?
Yeah.
There are plenty of people on Tinder who are looking for a long-term relationship.
Okay, you said marriage. You said marriage, and I was going to disagree with the idea of marriage. But I believe there are some looking for a long-term relationship. But I did want to go ahead and split these up into the categories that make more sense. Are we talking about sex?
Yeah.
Are we talking about sex in all three?
God, I hope so.
Man, it would sure work out a lot better if we were.
I mean, are we talking about sex? Let me start here. Are we talking about sex with escorts, or are we not talking about sex with escorts? What are we talking about?
I'm definitely talking sex with escort. You know how much an escort costs?
No, I don't. I just not the thing.
What
does that say about me? I don't know.
I know a retired porn star who lives in Vegas, and she charges $2,500 for 3 hours.
Damn!
Don't nobody need 3 hours.
Damn!
What
do? You're gonna mow my lawn, rake the leaves?
Escort. She will. You can take her out and you can wine and dine her with your friends, and she won't embarrass you. You could take her to a show. She won't embarrass you. She won't act a fool. She won't get mad at you. And then you can take her home to the hotel. And when the 3 hours is up, she will leave you. How easy is that? I mean she's for full service. That's full service.
That's for the rich, lonely dude who doesn't want his colleagues to know that he's lonely.
Exactly.
That's like, I'm dating Danny Daniels
Christmas party.
Or Riley Reid or whoever is.
Well, I mean, if you come up with Riley Reid, we already know that, come on now.
I wouldn't have known. I'd been like, nice to meet you, Miss Reid. I had no idea.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to, you guys look great together.
How long have you known the
dude? Was this a swipe? No.
An hour and a half.
So we're saying
I've known him for approximately $1,200.
Okay, am I naive to believe that escorts are just a date? Am I just being naive?
Incredibly.
Okay. Yeah. So we're not talking about a date. When I look up in the escort section of the back of the magazine that I've never looked at, allegedly. Thank you.
Allegedly.
When I'm allegedly looking at these black books and things, I am looking for sex. When it says escort. And it says be with you, the word escort, to be with someone and to take them along a route. That's not what these ladies are saying, or men. I mean, we didn't really divide the category. We're just assuming because we're the boy and probably the ladies are. But I don't know why we assume that prostitutes.
Escorts
we're
still chauvinistic.
Okay, fair enough. So escorts, we're talking prostitution, or are we talking self-employed business?
Sex workers.
They're sex workers, the preferred nomenclature.
Yeah, they're entrepreneurs.
Sex work. Like
sex
if
work is work.
So if she had to do maintenance, it would be like gynecology.
Yeah,
it's like maintenance.
Yeah.
It's like
sex.
You gotta upkeep. You gotta go maintenance. Every 6 months, sir. I'm here.
Breast lift.
Okay.
Labiaplasties.
All right. Okay. And this is
if you're working for a company. If you're working at a brothel, for example, you got to get regular testing.
Well, I don't want to jump into. Okay, we can jump into brothels, I guess. I just want to underline the one thing that she said that still has me dumbfounded. Did you say 2,600?
No, 2,500.
Yeah, it's not that much. Come on, bro.
Yes. She is 2,500.
Dude, are you okay with this $2,500 date?
She's a former adult performer, so to speak. She is mature. She is very elegant. And she won't embarrass you.
Let me tell you something about the dude.
As a younger person would, that you meet on, say, Tinder.
Hit it for me, dude. I gotta hear it because I'm still under. I don't get 2,500. It really, really bugs me to drop. I mean, I mean, that's borderline cheap. Let me know. What do I got to know about
5,000 one up in Hollywood?
What do we? Oh my god!
And she's a trans.
Well, you got to pay more. She's got extra.
You got to pay extra.
Yeah. You got extra. You got to pay extra.
There's a little bonus. There's a bonus down there. You got to pay for that.
What is it about the dude? What's the one thing we got to know about the dude? You said.
Let me tell you something about the dude.
Yeah.
The dude is no stranger to acquiring sex work, to paying for someone to provide services.
Not a stranger. I understand.
Not a stranger to that. Not ashamed of it.
It shouldn't be. We're not here to shame. We're here to understand.
But the dude is a salesman. The dude is a negotiator. And I will get that bottom price.
Well, I mean,
not a double entendre there on bottom price.
Pretty sure.
But I will.
Pretty sure it's double entendre. Pretty sure it's double.
No, that's fine.
Okay, all right.
That's fine. I'm going to get the bottom line.
Okay.
I'm just saying she won't even
2,400 is not the bottom line.
2,400 is not the bottom line. Okay. Okay. All right. Good.
And I've compared prices with other people that I know who have frequented the same areas that I've frequented, and I know that there are deals to be had.
Well, okay. I don't want to get into the deals too much. I really just wanted to get the market price to be adjusted by the different ways this is being attributed to sex work. But okay, so we're gonna escort the escorts and have them have a seat.
Escort them on out.
Thank you. And in that moment, we're gonna take a drive. Evidently, because if you go to Vegas, you still got to take a drive.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing people don't normally understand about Las Vegas. It's
All right.
Sin City. You
Okay.
think you can get all of your vices in one place. That's why I moved here.
Okay.
But it turns out sex work is not legal in Las Vegas proper.
Okay, now we're talking brothel, or we're talking escort, or we're talking not Twitter, but
You're talking paid for play.
paid for play. We're not talking sports, esports. This is pay for play. Okay,
not Sims.
Okay,
It's
no
not
Sims. No Sims.
It's all
Exchanging money with a real person for real sex
There it is. There it is.
is not legal in Las Vegas.
Thank
I'm
you.
not saying it doesn't happen.
yeah.
It's not legal.
Not legal.
You have to go
Not like that.
outside of the city limits. You got to go to Pahrump if you want to go to an establishment where they have services and a menu,
Mhm.
or you got to go up to Reno. And then it's still outside of Reno. You got to
Yeah,
you got to
no
go
one really
another
wants
hour
to go to
outside of
Reno.
Reno.
Yeah.
But if you're in Vegas and you're thinking you're just gonna, dial up 1-800,
I want
fuck me.
sex. Yeah.
then you're taking a risk of someone showing up who may want to put handcuffs on you when you didn't pay for that.
I've seen enough adult movies shot in Vegas to question this.
Well, now that's different though, because if you're shooting a movie,
Mm-hmm.
that's not prostitution. That's not sex work. I mean, it's sex work, but it's
Yeah,
not
sex-
an escort.
It's not
It's not an
prostitution.
escort.
It's not prostitution. You're
Exactly.
the idea of the difference between sex work and a W-9, I guess.
I think we need to define
right.
what exactly prostitution is.
Well, I want to start here at the. I want to
how
start
to do that.
I want to start here at the brothels. Duder, you talked about weekly checkups. You talked about this being a sex worker that has a what's the word? An umbrella of how to around it. And also, I want to talk about the bottom line out there. So, how does that work then, Deuterino, when it comes to sex workers in the workplace? I should say.
Yeah.
Run that back.
You
It's
got
the competition in the workplace for the sex workers.
what kind of differences are we seeing between the escort, who is on her own, legal, not legal? We haven't really defined that idea. But then you've got the brothel, who you said has to keep on regular checks.
Yeah.
Well, so if you are an independent
Contractor.
sex worker,
Okay.
for someone we previously would have called a prostitute. I don't
Call them
or a
independent
hooker.
contractors.
I don't think those are the preferred terms anymore. But for simplicity of this conversation, I'm going to use.
Independent contractor.
All right, let's say you're an independent contractor.
There you go.
Then there's nobody other than maybe your pimp or the person who's sex trafficking you.
Your boss.
There's nobody keeping tabs on you, and it's kind of up to you to maintain your health and the safety of your clientele. If you're working in a brothel, now these people are keeping tabs on you. You have to be regulated with the state. There's licensing you have to get. And in order to maintain that licensing, you have to maintain proper testing and health and safety standards.
What do you think the COVID standards are at the brothels today? You think
Allegedly they were closed during the lockdown.
Allegedly, I like that. All right, hey,
Well, the state of Nevada keeps track on the sex workers or the independent
Yeah, you gotta-
contractors.
not independent,
Health
not
records.
independent. No, it's the brothel where you have an employer. And
Well, what I've seen on HBO
okay,
was
I saw this
that
show.
some of the independent contractors actually do go and subsidize their contract work at these brothels.
See,
sometimes.
this is where I too have I saw this where on the HBO special, these girls, they walk the street at night, and then for a week or 2 or 3 weeks they got to go to the brothels, but
Yeah.
they do got to get checked in, they do got to get checked out, they do got to go through the medical medical checks
Yes.
And I'm sure they get a COVID test today, and then then they can go back to sucking dick. I guess it's so fine, no big deal.
I mean, it's like anything, right? If you're an electrician,
right,
you go to work, you work your 8 to 5, and if somebody calls you and wants to hire you to do a side job on the weekend, you're not necessarily clearing that with your 9 to 5 job. You're just like, sure, you pay me this much under the table. We don't need to let the government know. We won't pay any taxes on this, and we'll do it. And technically, that's not legal. People do it all the time, and it would be similar for someone working in a brothel. If when they're not working in the brothel, they do some independent contracting.
Right.
It's not. I'm sure the brothel wouldn't want them to do it. It doesn't make it legal because they work in a brothel that they're doing it in their off time. But certainly, if this is already your chosen profession and you got a chance to make more money doing your chosen profession, then why wouldn't you?
Yes, I have supplemented many an income when I was younger.
a lot of people through college.
Sounds like he had a lot of money in his pocket.
I was single.
So over to the third.
2,500 will go real quick.
Well, back when I was younger, 2,500, we can get a lot done for $500.
You get 3 months for 2,500 back in G's day.
Yeah. Well, back in and when we were when I was over in the Philippines, $250.
You pay for the little bonus over there too.
What if $250 a month? I mean, we're talking an apartment, two mamacitas, and
at 2,500, man, I'm just gonna be honest. At 2,500, I'm at $100 a day for a date, baby. What do you want to do? So I got $100 in my pocket to blow. I'm sure we can get some dinner. We can go on some skating rink. We can go some goat karts. I'm sure we can go bang when we're done. What am I doing? That's 25 days.
I'm telling you, she is a former performer.
Get off me. It's crazy.
He's a former performer with a excellent reputation that you can verify by looking at certain websites.
All right. I'm done.
You can check out her past.
I can't do it.
Exactly.
2,500
to see what you want to get done.
You want a professional? Is what you're saying? I want a professional, sir. I want a professional. I don't want to go pick. I
don't want an amateur. I want someone who knows what to do.
Oh man, it's like contracting.
Look, I wouldn't pay Michael Jordan $2,500 to come shoot hoops with me.
Right?
Yeah,
like, hey Mike, let's play a round of horse.
Yeah.
I mean,
here's $2,500. There's
you realize
that I've ever spent $2,500 on and didn't have to really think about it.
You can rent air supply for $2,500 for 3 hours. You get the whole group,
and you'd enjoy it a lot less.
You would, but it's still $2,500. You could rent Earth, Wind, and Fire for like $50,000. So when you want a professional,
Dad, 70th birthday, do you want to hear Air Supply for 3 hours,
or do you want to do Riley Reid?
I mean, you got to. This is the reason. I'm not gonna buy a Ferrari. It's just not gonna happen. Like, they're gonna be like.
I'll tell you what. If I was gonna buy a Ferrari, I'd buy about 12 hours instead.
I'm just saying. That's true. That's a really good point. But I'm not gonna buy a Ferrari because I'm like, listen, I can get from here to there on a bike. Now I get it. That's not cool, and nobody wants to ride. I understand. Nobody wants to ride a bike.
Why get a Yugo when you can get the Ferrari? Why get a Yugo?
Better learn to pedal. Okay, so I want to slide last one. One more of this one. We're get out of here real quick.
Okay.
Tinder is not a prostitution site. Okay?
Depends on who you ask.
Okay, fine.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Full stop.
It's a full stop.
Looking at Quagmire, man.
Full stop. It's not okay. But you can acquire such services on this app. Would you agree with that?
I wouldn't. I've never once met, and I've spent plenty of time on Tinder.
Okay.
I've never once met someone who is charging for their time on Tinder.
It's kind of like YouTube. You know it's free. Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, this is what I was explaining to older married gentlemen in the beginning. Is that Tinder is a dating app.
No, okay.
It is a place for people to meet, and potentially that meeting may lead to sex, but it will be consensual, hopefully, and not cost either party any money
I argue
aside from the
that
cost of the date.
Okay.
I argue that it is a dating app.
Okay.
And there's plenty of dating apps, Bumble, Grindr,
Right.
Now, Grinder is the
Grindr's a little bit of a gray area. Grindr's a little bit of a gray area.
Wait, hold on a second.
It's not as clean as Tinder.
Wait a second. Are you rating dating apps
We could make a show out of me rating.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
I have enough experience.
I don't understand how a porn site is. Well, this one's a cleaner porn site, and this one's like a. Well, this one you're not going to see
because you're thinking of them as porn sites.
No, I'm not looking at this. I'm just like if I go and you go and I offer $1 and you say yes, then it win. Then that's the right. Okay, so there's the game. But if you're saying that on this other app, kind of great, but on this one, nah, man, they keep it clean. They don't fuck around. They just
Yeah.
Well, here's the difference.
Okay.
And it's very. Once I explain it to you, you'll understand.
Put your glasses on, G. Here it comes.
Tinder, Bumble, and dating apps like that generally are matching people looking for relationships. Grindr is at least it began as a gay dating app, men meeting men, or people penis havers meeting penis havers. Is probably the political way to say that.
I know what I need you to get political one more time. Can you say that one more time for me?
Yeah. Penis havers meeting penis havers.
Got it. Okay. I'm just making sure we're
because now there's varieties of.
I understand. No, I understand what I know. Exactly,
but there was no vaginas meeting vaginas.
It was. He's not what he's saying. He's not what he's saying. He's saying
on Grindr.
He's saying that it
Not
started
on
off
Grindr.
on the Grindr. It was a dick show
because men generally.
Straightforward
are okay with not having a relationship and just going for sex.
Okay.
Grindr became less of a dating app and more of a hookup app. Okay. And then once you go to more of a hookup app, now you bring in the financial aspect where someone may say, a 20 is a 20. And what do you need to get done here? Because men in general don't care as much about their health. It's just an unfortunate side effect of being born with a penis.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So you're saying? So you're basically saying
there's other apps out there that you can pay.
Well, you got Adult Friend Finder.
Okay.
You used to have Ashley Madison.
Didn't they have
and there's some other ones where you can negotiate a little bit. I think there's a sugar daddy app.
I've seen the billboard for sugar daddies down in LA across from the Mormon the Mormon church.
It's a good spot for it. Those people got some money and they like to spend it under the radar.
Excellent placement. Yes,
allegedly.
I did.
Allegedly.
It says meet a sugar daddy. If you're at UCLA, you can meet a sugar daddy to help you.
Yeah.
It's on the billboard. And
specifically
it's at a light. It's at a light.
So you got to stop and look at it.
You have to stop. And you can look up at it.
You got
and then there's the car wash underneath it. Yeah. You're like, do I get the car wash or do I go over here and try to meet this little girl?
Well, a little bit of advice for anybody still listening. You pick up the person and then you go in the car wash. And then you got about 3 minutes where nobody's going to see anything.
Well, it's a hand car wash.
It's definitely a hand wash.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah. Could you do the hood, please? Because we're going to be in the back. It's not a big deal. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, you've driven through for your third car wash. Is there
we were just wondering
complaints about our services?
We were just wondering if we could ever do the inside. Were you guys going to get out so we could? No? Okay. It's just the outside.
No,
you don't do the windows again, please.
You don't want to get in here. You're going to let the funk out. You're going to let the funk out. You can't roll down the windows.
Okay, so we've determined that escorts are personal contractors. We've determined that Tinder is for dating people. Okay, so get to know each other and then have sex, but don't pay. Don't you pay. And if
pay.
you're
You
ready,
can have sex first, just don't pay for it.
yeah, don't pay for it. And if you've decided that that sex and paying for sex is your thing, then just go to a brothel. Don't get caught on the streets of Vegas trying to pretend this shit is real or legal, because it's not.
And if you've decided that it's not,
throw
your
my
thing,
pimp game out here and go, look, if you taking the girl out for dinner, you paying for it.
and if you've decided that paying
Already
for sex
paid
is
for
not
it.
your thing, just leave those people alone. You don't need to get involved. Don't judge.
You've already paid for it. If you taking her out for dinner, you paid for it.
I mean, that's why I was keeping my $2,500 and trying to pull each night. I got $100, baby. I ain't even broke tonight.
Look, I was trying to figure out a way I was going to save up $2,500 to go with it before I die.
Stop it. Let me just.
Yeah. I've seen her work.
I could just listen. I don't know, man. It's over so quick.
She likes brothers. She loves brothers.
She likes Bitcoin.
There is another one who likes Bitcoin. Yes.
There you go.
G, can I slam the door and put you back in the room?
Yes.
All right, G. Thanks for coming out. Hold on, so I got a cough. Oh my goodness.
You better get that checked if you've been in a brothel recently.
Coughed left just to the left over here. Dude, I didn't know so much information was going to come our way about sex today, but I feel like a new man, and I feel like I feel more. Information has hit my ear, and I understand what I need to do next. As far as not paying for sex, I'm going to keep doing that. But I'll tell you guys, for you guys still listening out there, dudeanddebo@gmail.com, send us something. I'm now going to send it over to Dude, who actually just entered a brothel, evidently. So I'm going to send it over to Dude there. Dude, are you still there in the brothel?
Yeah, can we get a lineup? Is that all right? Well, yeah, we'll do that. I realize we cannot record during the lineup. We'll be done by then. Debo, we're about to take a look at the menu.
Oh wow! Looks like, oh wow! They're all gonna come out. Wow, it's just a 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you get to pick one, or how does this work? Because I mean, it looks like flavors on a cake.
Yeah, it's a lot like you remember going to Thrifty ice cream back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And you kind of look at all the different flavors, and then you tell them which one you want and how many scoops you want, and then they tell you how much it costs.
Wow. Well, if we're just here today, I would like to take just sprinkles, please. If we could just